What is up, everybody? It is Garrett Fankhauser. It's been a long time since I've done one of these videos. This is going to be a training video that's going to go in our training guide section. For those of you who are new here, maybe don't know who I am or whatever, my name is Garrett. Again, I run a agency called FFL Funnels. What we do is we help FFL dealers, probably just like yourself, grow their businesses online. We have some proprietary systems that we put in place to do so, including website systems, traffic systems, follow-up systems, and some training, right? So we've helped dozens of clients get past the 30K a month mark, 50K a month mark, and even a few get past the 100K a month mark, starting from scratch or not selling so much online. Anyways, we're not going to get into too much of that right now. I just wanted to kind of give you guys a brief intro on who we are. And so in this video, before I get started, if you're watching this on Facebook, leave a like, comment, any questions that you have, anything like that. If you're on YouTube, I appreciate you for being here on YouTube watching this. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you get any notifications. You get to see when we drop our new videos. Hit the bell icon so you get notified when those new videos come out, all that kind of stuff. Leave a like, comment, all that stuff. Cool. So in this video, guys, we are going to be talking about how to get cheap financing. And I mean like really cheap financing to grow your FFL. One of the biggest things that I see people running into is maybe they're a new business owner or they're just not sure how to actually get financing for their business. Many of you guys think that you need to find like a loan. You have to go like get a loan from the bank or whatever it is to do most of this stuff. And realistically, that is true to some point, right? So the big thing though is the number of qualifications for what you need to actually get a loan. So let me try to get to the text block thing here. My little thing is blocking it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able. There we go. All right, cool. Whew. All right, so I got to it. Check it out, guys. So what we're talking about here is, before I get into my little text thing, is basically taking your business where it's at here, this little fireball, and adding some cash flow to it to grow it into something bigger. The key here, there's a couple things, right? One, I'm not a financial advisor, right? Don't take my advice as far as like me being a financial advisor. Do your own research, figure out what you need to do. All I'm doing with this video, guys, is giving you some resources on where to find help if you need it, right? So I'm going to have to hit refresh here because this is, my screen's messed up. But the idea here is to do this, right? Take your business, add some fuel to that fire, and really grow this thing. But let's get back over here to the text, and let's talk about the dollar qualifications for this stuff. I gotta be able to click this text thing. Gotta be able to click there. Come on. Okay. All right, guys, I got it. So what we're looking at here is generally what we're talking about is when you're looking to get a loan, I would say, and again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just what I've heard from other people that are involved in this stuff or more. So let's talk about this. This qualification right here, actual loan territory. All right, so let's shrink this and let's make it to where we can actually see it here. Actual loan territory, guys. I mean, this could even be 20K or whatever, but think about this. If you're not trying to spend like 30K on something, like if you're not buying a building or like a ton of inventory or something like that, like this is your actual like loan criteria for a physical loan. So anything less than this is what I'm going to walk you guys through, because I'm not talking about getting a loan in this video. I'm talking about, in my opinion, a better way to do it, as long as you don't need this much cash, right? So this is something that I do and I've done all the way back into like my college days. So I'm going to walk you guys through this simple hack to get free money and be able to use it in a way that it doesn't really cost you anything extra, and you have a very long time period to pay this stuff off. So it's very hard for you to get into a bad situation, and it's very low risk. That's the biggest thing that we want to talk about here, or that we want to optimize for here, is we want to minimize risk, right? And we also want to maximize repayment period. That's what we're going to focus on here, right? I'm in the same boat as you guys, right? If you guys need cash, like this is the type of stuff that I focus on when I do this stuff, right? These are the things that I want to make sure that I do when I do this, right? I want to make sure that I minimize my risk and I maximize my repayment period so that I can make sure that whatever I'm investing in to grow my business is going to actually pay me back enough and within a time period that I'm actually going to be able to pay this stuff off. That's the key here, guys. Do not take on debt that you're not going to be able to take off or pay off, right? So how do we do this, right? This is the criteria that we're looking to hit here. So I'm going to walk you guys through this. And basically what we're looking at here is going to be 0% interest credit cards. And I'm going to show you guys how to find these. And I'm going to show you guys how to find these with a long repayment period. So I'll drop this link in the video, right? So this link will actually be in the video, but what you can do to find this is what I use. So what you can do to find this is do you can either do credit card comparison, you can kind of do a bunch of different stuff like that, 0% credit card comparison, whatever. This is a side-by-side one. This is the one that I use. I use the NerdWallet one. But this is basically asking you to choose between which card and which card, right? So what I like to do is I come over here to credit cards and then I go best credit cards, best 0% APR credit cards, and that's going to take me to the same link that I have over here. All right, so let's review this and look into this. All right, so as you scroll down, basically what you're going to find, and I guess if you just typed in this right here, best 0% APR credit cards, you'll probably find this link directly instead of the compare, right? But let's look at this, guys. So one of the ones that I want to show you is there's probably a couple in here that we can look at, but basically what you're looking at that's important here is their rating is important, right? You want to make sure it's a good card. Most of these are all good cards. Like you're not going to find trash cards in here. This one is the lowest, I guess, Bank of America Travel Rewards. And I've actually looked at this one the other day. The reason that it's ranked so low is because there's just not a lot of perks. It's all based around travel. So like that's really the big thing that keeps it down. But like you see that most of these are good, right? Really doesn't matter what the card is, to be honest. Like it doesn't matter. What matters is this right here, the annual fee, right? We want to make sure that it's 0. We want to make sure that you're not paying to have this card every month, every year, right? And then the other thing, this is the most important stuff right here, right? The regular APR, I don't care about this because basically the way that we're going to use this, let me copy this and I'll kind of map out the way that we're going to use this. How we use this. Okay. What we do is we apply. I'm going to shrink this so it'll fit. What we do with this is we apply. We get accepted for a card. We use the card for 1 to, let's say, 3 or 5 or whatever big purchases. All right. Then what we do is we map out the expenses and set payments, set auto payments to pay off the card before interest starts accruing. Okay. This is the top secret plan, right? This is what a lot of very smart financial people use. And I'm not saying that I'm one of them, but I'm saying that I stole this from one of them, right? Or maybe a lot of them. So this is the plan here, guys. Basically, what you want to do is apply for multiple cards if needed, right? If you just apply for one, if you have kick-ass credit and things like that, and you just get it locked in, which I did just the other day, for one, because I have some big purchases coming up. So let's do apply for one, or let's do it like this, one or multiple cards if needed. Get accepted for a card. Only need one, right? You only need one at a time. Use the card for 1 to 3 big purchases and then map out the expenses and set auto payments to pay off the card before the interest starts accruing. Basically what this allows you guys to do is borrow money for up to 21 months. right? Almost 2 years you can borrow money and it's not going to cost you anything extra. I mean, it might knock your credit down 2 or 3 points or whatever when you do the credit check to get this, but like, who gives a shit? Like, you're going to have, like, I got approved for 20 grand the other day for one of these. So check it out, guys. Coming back over here, I brought that up to show you that, like, the APR, the regular APR doesn't, I don't care, because I'm not going to use this card after this. I'm probably just going to let it stay open for a while, maybe close it. I really don't care. Like, I'm not really going to use this card. The only thing that I'm using this card is for the intro APR. The intro annual percentage rate. We want to make sure that we have 0% APR. And you'll see that this one's 15 months, right? This one is made for 15 months. So 21 months. This is where it's almost 2 years, right? So imagine that you guys were going to borrow 10 grand, right? So let's say $10,000 divided by 21, that's $476 a month. So if you guys actually needed to, like, borrow 10 grand to be able to invest into something big, right? Instead of having to come up with 10 grand cash, you can actually pay $476 on auto payment for 21 months and not have to pay anything extra. 0% interest, guys. This is a long time. This is like buying a car but not having to pay any interest on the car, right? It's freaking awesome. So again, this is something that I personally use when I have big purchases come up, so that I don't have to front cash, because that cash is important to me. It's important to my business right now. What I don't want to do is leverage all my cash and not have it just in case I need to pay other bills, employees, taxes, whatever it is, right? I know you guys are in the same boat. So again, that's why I want to walk you through this. 18 months right here. 15, 18, 15, 15, 15. Let's see if there's anything else. So there is a Bank of America card that's 21 months. And it's not showing up here right now. And it's actually the one that I used the other day. So I'll show you that. Bank of America, 21 month, 0 APR. Maybe they changed it. So this is showing 18. The one that I got the other day was literally, I think, that same card, but it was 21 months. So this stuff changes, guys. So keep an eye on that, right? This one right now, this Wells Fargo Reflect card, is the only one with 21 months. So it really doesn't matter, again, what card that you guys use, but this is how to find the cards. And you can actually check out other websites too, right? This is just the one that I use. It typically has like the best cards, the best information, all that kind of stuff, right? So it's super simple though. Like, you come through, and if you want to apply for one of these, you go ahead and click apply. You hop in here, you literally just hop in and fill out a credit app. It's super simple, right? 0% interest for 21 months. Okay, and then you just hit apply now. Right, so this is going to take you to a credit card app. All you need to do is fill out this app, right? And for total annual income, use the maximum amount that you can that's available for this, right? If you get paid like Venmo on the side to do other shit, like, put that stuff in here, right? Anything that you can put in here, because the more that you show that you make, the better credit line that you're going to get when they actually issue this stuff. And depending on your actual credit score, the better chance that you're going to have to actually get approved for this. Most of these are not going to require like a 800 credit score or anything crazy like that. If you're in the 7s and things like that, you should be fine, right? But you just fill out this thing right here, and typically there's two things that are going to happen. One, they might just approve you right there, which happened to me just the other day. But previous to that, when I've done this in the past, I would end up getting the second thing, which was they would mail information to me like a few days later, right? So they would actually like legit run my credit, go through everything, and make sure that I was actually good for this, right? So that's what they would do. Those are typically the two things that might happen to you when you do this, okay? So I'm trying to think if there's anything else super important that we really need to cover here. Oh, I did want to cover something else as well. You can also do this. So let's say that you already have some debt on another credit card. So we can come over here and we can say best credit cards, best balance transfer credit cards, right? So this is kind of the same thing. If you have a card right now that you're paying off and you're paying interest on this card, you can actually use this to find a card that will allow you to go back to 0% APR for a long time period, right? All you have to do is just transfer your balance over. One caveat to this: transferring your balance over is typically going to cost you money, right? So it's not going to cost as much as you're going to pay in interest, but there's typically going to be some type of so look at this right here: 18%, 18 billing cycles and 0% APR for balance transfers and any transfers made within the first 60 days, right? What we want to look at, though, is that when we come over here, the balance transfer one is where there's going to be a little bit of a hidden thing that you need to find, right? Here it is right here. This is the important thing. 3% intra balance transfer fee, right? So if you have $10,000 times 0.03, oops, that's only $1,000, right? So let's add another zero. So it's going to be $300. Right? If we do the math right here, it's going to cost $300. But if you're paying $100 a month in interest or something like that, this is going to allow you to have zero interest for 18 months, and it's only the 3%, right? So you want to do the math on the balance transfer ones and make sure that it makes sense before you do this. Okay? Super, super important is to do the math on all of this. But realistically, the 0% APR for purchases that you haven't done yet, it's very low risk because basically we already know what's happening. We're not paying a 3% fee for balance transferring or anything like that. We're able to borrow basically free money. We're getting a free loan for almost 2 years if we get the 21 months, or 18 months is, still quite a bit, right? A year and a half. So that's all I have for this video, guys. I hope this is helpful for you, right? The reason that I wanted to do this video is there's so many people that want to work with us, and many people are just in a spot where they're like, I know this is going to work. I absolutely trust it. I believe in it. I know that it's going to work, but I don't have enough to invest to get this thing going right now. I don't have enough cash in my business because I'm just getting started, or we're leveraged on some other stuff or whatever. And so that's the reason that I wanted to do this for you guys, is I want to show you guys how to borrow money for free that's not going to cost you anything else. It's very low risk, and you have a long ass time to pay it back, right? So hopefully this is helpful, guys. Drop your questions in here. Let me know if there's anything that I can help out with or anything like that. But other than that, keep your eyes out for new videos. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.